Yo, 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 it's YF Dizzy, and you watching YF Dizzy TV, coming live from Globe Life Park, FBRN.US. And I appreciate everybody tuning in today. It's the Christmas episode. As you can see my shirt, it said, ain't no laws when Santa Claus around. So I don't even know what that means, but it sound I'm diggy with it, you feel me? Today in studio, I have a special guest. To be honest, a hardworking dude, very motivational and inspirational. I've always, just watched your grind, and it's been, make me want to get on my horse, you know what I mean? And today in studio, we have the one, the only, Jordan Walker. How you doing, my boy?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, guys?
How you feeling, man? How life been treating you? How's this COVID life been treating you?
I mean, it's good. It just really honestly depends on how you look at it,
Yeah.
Some people are going to look at it from a negative perspective. Somebody's going to look at it from a positive.
Yeah. And I feel that. Because I feel like, to be honest, 2020 has been a great year for me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, compared to last year, I'm way closer to my goals than I thought I would be because of this year.
Yeah, same. Like, I actually agree. Like, even from the get-go, back in January, I feel like that was when I made my first, like, big sale in my business. And I think from that point on, like, it's just been an uptrend. And I've been talking to other people, and they've been saying the same thing about 2020. So I agree with you on that one.
I feel like it's really your mindset when it comes to it. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, bro, the mind is everything, Like, once I understood that, like, if you don't control your mind, it's going to get controlled by someone else. Like, I kind of took that kind of personal, and I was like, you know what? Like, from this point on, and that's a little bit back when I met you. What was it, 2015 or something?
Man, speaking of when we met, it was back 2016. I don't know if you remember, Kaizen was just starting up, and then we met through Joseph.
Yeah.
You remember Joseph? And he really, the reason I got involved is I've always wanted to get into stocks and stuff since I was young. I took a finance class when I was a sophomore, and I was like, this ain't too hard. Let me look at it.
Yeah.
And then Joseph posted the chart. You know what I'm talking about? He posted like Trading View or something.
Yeah, something from it was like Trading View, something on MetaTrader 4 or something like that.
Yeah, but he posted something. And I was like, you into stocks, bro? And from that point on, really, you was really the first person that introduced me to The Secret.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dang,
so
that's pretty big, bro. Like, to the people that put me on that was around the same people you was hanging out with too.
Yeah.
The Secret was like a big reason to where I was like, okay, like that makes sense to why I'm not having success. So, hey, well, I'm glad I shared that, man.
Yeah, and honestly, I remember back in the day, he used to call me like 50 times a day. I'd be like, God damn, shit, let me breathe for a second. I got to work too, shit. But I'm honestly grateful because y'all introduced me into something that's really led me in a different trajectory than I would have if I, didn't get involved in that stuff.
I try to be the Superman. Nah, I just play. Like, I try to, look at things in my own way and be like, how does this make me feel? Does this make me feel good or bad? And like, I see other people going through the same thing, and I'm like, okay, like maybe I can like shine some light on this person and maybe get them going in the right direction, because I would like someone to do that to me,
Yeah.
So.
And that's honestly pretty dope. And that brings it back to how 2020 was for each individual. It really comes down to their mindset. And that's like one of the big things that came out. The secret is you create what you believe and what you think. Your main thoughts is what you create and, happens in your life.
It's crazy because a lot of people don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And like, I can tell you right now, for me, in this second, it's real, it's just, whenever you just kind of have that thought, that your imagination is already a destination. It's a real place, but you just got to hold it and speak it. And, pretty much The Secret, it was like the beginning of it. And for people that read The Secret or listened to it, the movie or the documentary, I just let them know, like, that's just the beginning. That's like really the third grade level. And, like, once you, like...
That's like the numbers.
Exactly, because it's like it just helps you wake up to the fact, like, okay, you know what? I understand, like, that's why I keep running into a red light. I'm in a bad mood right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm honking at people. Yeah. Like, this is why I keep getting, bad results or more, poverty. Things just, it makes too much sense.
The Secret is more like you're learning numbers or addition. but you don't know division coming next.
Exactly.
And then you got algebra after that. There's levels to this. Once you get introduced, and what's crazy is once you get introduced and you become more aware, it's like the world holds you to a higher level of like
responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yeah, I feel that way, bro. Like,
because whenever you mess up now, it's like it shows you like, look, you fucked up. But back then you didn't really know, so it was just like a circle event.
That's why it's always good, you know, for us to go ahead and kind of tell the people, like our little brothers and sisters behind us, because they're looking at us as role models. So as long as we're sitting there and we're just kind of letting them know, you know, every year or so that, hey, I was going through this. This is how you can get out of this. This is my word of advice, you know. Sometimes I'll even tell them to go watch The Secret, you know, since we're talking about it. Like, hey, look, I want to help you. Watch this. Maybe it might make sense to you.
Yeah. Well, even bigger than that, kids. I know. How many kids you got, my man?
I got 4.
Man, you got a whole basketball team, a starting 5 with y'all.
I know. Shoot, they all going to be superstars. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Then how do you feel like self-development translates to being a dad? Do you feel like...
Oh, man. Bro, it's everything. Like, if you don't know how to, you know, run your kids, you can't run a business, you know, because these, you know, like your kids, they're like the ones that, you know, every single day you got to hear from them. And I just made a post about it today, too, on my Facebook where I took a picture of my son, and I was just like, they watch you. Like, they watch you close. They pick up your good and your bad habits. Yep. And, like, that's how sometimes I'm more aware about some of the stuff I'm doing wrong, because I'm like, wait, where did he learn that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, no. Like, you know? So that's important that we just kind of, you know, we kids are like an investment almost. Yeah. It's like if you take care of them and you feed their minds, it's going to, like, help you out. Don't worry about how it's going to help you out. Just know, you know, the God and the, you know, it's going to come back and, you know, bless you through them.
And people don't understand, I feel like, that you could actually work at being a parent. People feel like you're only one level of a parent and then you're just stuck at that level. When I feel like whenever my son and me and him don't really have like a pleasant interaction or something, or I feel like I did something wrong, I will think back on it, and then next time I approach it differently to try to get different results.
I be thinking about it and I be crying. I'm like, oh, what could I have done better? Nah, like for real though, I'm very emotional for family, because I just feel like I'm big on like just like, you know, with 4 it's a lot. Yeah, so like lot. With personal development, you got to talk to yourself, you know, like a lot, and be like, I can do this. Like, you know, like there's a reason why I have 4. Like I have to, like God is forcing me to level up or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that mentality came a lot from me reading books, you know, watching documentaries. That's helping me feed my mind. But a lot of it to taking care of your kids, that's where the battle really is. The business might be a little bit of a challenge, but it's your day-to-day, second by second, taking care of these kids, because when you feed one of them, the other one hungry. When you get one sleeping in the bed, you know what I'm saying, the other one crying and wake the other 4 up, like your other 3 up. I'm just like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? So that brings a lot of meditation too, you know, because that's the only way that you can kind of like get through that. Just be grateful and be like, okay, one day they're gonna grow up, like, and instead of me doing all of these little tedious things, you know, it's going to help me out whenever they get older.
And I feel like if you look at your household, you could honestly measure like how you doing as a man, because they say try to conquer your household first, make sure everything's aligned, you know, all your ducks in a row before you try to go out and conquer the world. Because if you can't conquer your house, how are you going to be in the world? If you trying to be president, but your house is out of control, it don't make no sense.
Exactly. It's also an energy thing. Some people don't look at it that way, but like if your house is chaotic and it's been like that for some years, like, you know, you're going to take that energy off on someone else, or, you know, just it's just not good to, like, you know, have a bad, unhappy home. You know, when everyone at home is happy and, you know, everybody's clean and the house is clean, it just makes you even feel better when you walk in a house and it smells good too, and you know that your kids are, you know, starting to help out and get to that age. So, look, for everybody that's a parent out there, look, you got this. Your kid was supposed to be in the world for a reason, and you may not know for the next couple years, for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years. It don't matter. Your kid is here in this world because of you for a reason. So give your own self a what is them things? A high five,
a
back
pat, a pat in the back.
So,
see, really coming home to a clean house is like, you remember back in the day when you used to clean your room and then you would walk outside and walk back in to see how clean it looked and somebody walk in there.
Yeah,
that's what it feel like for the people that don't clean their house. That's what it would feel like if you did.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Like, and it's just whenever it's not clean, it's just like, oh, I feel a headache.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't, and it disrupts your energy. I feel like there's a better flow if it's just like everything's in where it needs to be.
Yeah, don't get me started on that one.
Yeah. I feel like since I was young, I was real into like the feng shui of stuff. I would organize my bed and all my stuff and how I felt like the room was the most at flow.
Yeah, whenever I was at home, I liked to keep my room as clean as possible. The only time that I think it was just dirty, well, this is when I was older, whenever I started to, back in 2015 when we met, whenever I was traveling a little bit more, because, I knew I had a home, so, like, I would come home, throw my clothes under my bed, say maybe clean it, like, I knew where everything was, but, like, laundry was really the only thing, but, like, I would leave again and go out of town and, go buy some more clothes and just come back and keep doing the same thing.
See, I feel like laundry is a waste. What if we start making less clothes but higher quality, like how they did back in the day? Back in the day, they had like 2 fits and showered like 3 times a month.
I'm so glad you brought that up, actually, because me and my fiance, we were talking about, just shout out to Chasen out there. I know she's probably listening, but we were just talking about like how with 2020 just getting started and into another new decade, because 2020 is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that it's going to be chaotic the whole, it's things are becoming more traditional. People are going to start buying from small businesses again. And that's going to be more popular. Little businesses. So if you start right now, like, it doesn't matter if you started, your own cake bakery or your own podcast, whatever, like, this is the perfect time to start because everybody, like, everyone is favored over the smaller businesses winning versus the big corporations lying to us, stealing from us. That hierarchy model is just disappearing, and people are starting to like come together in community. So that's why I'm glad you doing what you're doing. So with the radio, because people got to hear everyone else's voice. And this is the perfect time for everybody out here that's listening to get plugged in. And, so to get with your boy, Dave. Yeah. And
so, speaking of plugged in, shit, what's the Plug Network? Speak on that. Let me hear about that. I've been real interested in the Plug Network.
So telling, what Plug Hub Network is, I got the idea because I was like, okay, like, I want to start a business, but, like, I just feel like there's so many things on Google. It's just all over the place because, we're in the information age, so it's kind of sometimes too much information.
Yeah.
So I just packaged everything together, for influencers and, entrepreneurs too. Anybody that's just trying to start their business, trying to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the most of my sales whenever I'm in a community. So Plug Up is a community of people that are talented and the plug for whatever their, industry is. So if you're the guy on the squad that pretty much does Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing. If you do, like, if you just need marketing in general, we have an agency for that. But really the thing is to get connected with these people. And it's not like a Facebook kind of connection where you don't know the people. It's like that's my brother. Like, this is my fraternity, sorority type of thing. Like, this is my blood brother, so here in Plug Hub, we have a culture where we're, our slang is, we're the plug for this, we're the plug for that. But, like, honestly, we're just trying to raise the vibration and lift each other's spirits up and empower each other, because you might have, a gig that you're trying to get off the ground, and maybe your family isn't really helping you. Maybe your friends are helping you.
Yeah.
But, when you join this group, you got the accountability from us. We're going to hold you accountable. Like, we're going to sit there and we're going to challenge you. We're going to make you better. Like, we might give you a new way of thinking, of your business that you never thought of. We might connect you to somebody that already has, success in your field, and they just want to help somebody.
Yeah.
So, really Plug Hub, we're here to, like, make a mission, make a statement to plug everybody in to a world of possibilities and just, mentorship.
Damn, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I came up with that was because I was struggling by myself. So the way that I built it in the beginning was, okay, like, I need to plug for everything. Okay, I need to know this guy. Because, that's how Henry Ford worked.
Mastermind.
Some history behind him, like, he didn't know everything.
Yeah.
I don't know everything. But guess what? I know people that do.
Yeah, and that's what the smartest people do, is not try to be, because you can only be the greatest at, like, one thing at a time.
Exactly.
So you can't learn all these fields. It's better if you know this guy for this, this guy for that, and that's what millionaires do.
Exactly. Like, my best thing that I do is I like to inspire people, motivate them, and I like to connect people. Like, I like to, like, if I meet you and I say, hey, let me connect you to such and such, I'm helping that. I'm supporting that person's business because they're inside the Plug Network. But then that person is happy because I'm bringing them leads. And for for you might have a new guest that comes in. So it's like a cycle that doesn't end. And that's what I'm looking to do, is like build an ecosystem out of it.
And I feel like if DFW did more collaborating with each other, we'd be bigger than any other city in everything.
Collaboration over competition. Yeah. That's what I tell everybody.
That's what happens in Los Angeles. That's why all them little Viners was popping. Yeah. They was just in each other's videos, and they got fans, he got fans, he got fans, but now we always have somebody looking at us.
Exactly. That's why influencers are a big thing, because if you got an influence over 1,000 people, and then I do too, like, I'm bringing that brand awareness of people that I'm with that never heard you before. Yeah. And they're like, okay, you know what, let me go ahead and, check him out. And that alone is probably going to get you some more people, because, we got a lot of Plug members out here in Dallas that are just looking for that opportunity. So this is my way of actually sending that traffic to you. But, same thing, it's just there to help everybody.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Because even in the Bible, it talks about mastermind. It said when two people think of something in my name, it's going to basically happen that much quicker. Yeah. To paraphrase. I know I paraphrase that a lot, but just to, the gist of it.
It's true. I believe it's true, because, your mind by itself is so big. It's, you can come up with any idea. Yeah. So if you got two people or three or however many more, you're just adding to that power source. You know?
So let me ask you, what actually got you into being an entrepreneur and a person that wants to work for yourself?
Okay, so I went to school.
Yeah.
All right. So some people might look at it like, oh, I'm going to school. What are you talking about? Yeah. Honestly, like, everyone's path is different, but the path that I chose, I rushed myself into school because I saw everybody else going, and I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I was going to be at home. And I was like, nah, like, if I stay home, I'm working at a warehouse. And and that's probably because my parents are going to make me or something. And I was like, no. So I wanted to be free. That's all I wanted. So I went to school, and, to find out that financial aid, I just didn't have the student loan to go back. So I was like, okay, I tried to go to the military. I didn't have any other options, Like, when I was in I played football in high school out in Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and tore my rotator cuff. So whenever I tore my rotator cuff, the military, after like 9 months of me trying to get in, they could have told me that in the beginning, but they waited to tell me no. So I'm like, okay, so I can't go to the military. I can't go to school. Because, for me going to school, it wasn't even something that I was just, like, excited about. It was just kind of like, I'm just making somebody proud, you know? But, so once I didn't have any more options, like, I remember a divine moment on Instagram that it was funny because I think it was a fake account, but it was DFW Millionaires on Instagram, and then they was just talking about, like, work from home opportunities, and, like, I was like 18 or 19. No, I was 19, and I was just like, work from home. I was like, that sounds good. Like, maybe I can do this. And like, I got connected with some people, and I realized it was some network marketing stuff. But the fact was, like, I didn't look at it as, what people call pyramid schemes or whatever. I looked at it as, okay, like, I just made a new connection. Like, this guy makes $500 more than I do. this guy makes $1,000 more than I do. Like, let me go connect with these guys. This guy makes 10,000, and this guy makes more. But the fact was, I was now linked directly to these people, and they started giving me game. They started talking about, like, showing me light on, like, if you work 40 hours, you know, at your job, you're gonna come home and be tired, and you just, you know, whenever they fire you, that's it. You're done, KO. And they told me, you know, no one can fire me. And, you know, some of them work more than 40 hours. Some of them work less than 40 hours. It just depends on the business. Yeah. But I saw that, and I was like, yo, that's cool. You know, I want that. So that motivated me to be free. And then ever since, you know, 2015, I've been on this mission to make sure that, you know, I'm free. I've made it to my year officially of not working. But, you know, and it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you, it takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of arguments. And it takes a lot of, you know, going back and forth with, like, you know, like timing. You know, timing becomes, like, your most valuable asset at that time because you're like, man, like, I want my time back. Yeah. So, like, you know, when you realize your job takes your time away, it's just like, no, let me do it this way. Let me follow what I love doing. And then that's what I've been doing. I've just been connecting people with each other and, you know, giving them hope.
Yeah. And what I feel like a lot of people don't realize is you don't need to be super rich to not work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just look at the 4-hour work week, you know, just minimize your expenses and you only have to make that much to not work for somebody else.
Exactly. Like if you make $2,000 a month, or if your bills are $2,000 a month or $1,000, you know, just make enough, you know, and then honestly have a little bit, make enough, you know, aim past that so that you can, you know, travel and, you know, go out there and just create memories and some new experiences because a lot of people forget to do that. You know, they try to work so hard, you know, chasing this destination, but it starts right now.
Yeah. See, me and my girl, we've actually talked about that we would like to go to like buy a little mud hut like on the side, like in some land and just travel instead. And, you know, that's just where our shit is, at the little mud hut land with fruits and veggies growing and shit, you know.
You know, okay, so like maybe like 2 weeks ago, we went to this cabin outside of Houston. Yeah. And I don't know how rich this guy was. He looked like he was a billionaire. Like he had a nice 2020 red Tesla. And because my van got stuck like by this creek and it was his pond. Like he lived on the property, but it was like 400 acres off of Disney stuff. Anyways, so, you know, we asked him what you did, and he did he cloned plants. And HEB and I think maybe Walmart is like his biggest, you know, clientele, or, you know, the ones that buy from him for their stores. But he also said he's thinking about cloning marijuana and whatnot, you know. But that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing. But the fact, the lesson was, he said, invest in land, invest in agriculture, because he said, now I don't know if this is true. This is up to you, conspiracy people. But like, you know, that there will be a food shortage in the future. And he said, right now is the best time to start learning how to farm and getting in tuned, you know, because he was a spiritual guy. So like anybody that's, you know, spiritual, that I feel like that doesn't have an agenda that's evil. You know, I usually try to like take that it usually comes as a divine message. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take that advice.
Yeah. See, I've been looking big into starting a farm and stuff because I feel like that is true to an extent. We really don't have a food shortage. I feel like if we do have one, it's because it's an artificial food shortage. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, because farmers now, I mean, hey, everybody. Because, you know, I just started my vegan, plant-based diet like 3 months ago. So
how do you like it?
It's dope. I was kind of forced to do it because she started doing it. And then, like, I was like, well, if I don't do this challenge. If I don't do this challenge, I'm not eating. So, but by day 7, I tried to eat, like, a little piece of chicken. Yeah. And, oh, my God, I threw up.
Yeah, it hurt your stomach, huh?
It hurt me. Like, it was one of those ones that someone punched you in your stomach, like, 3 times. And then, like, you just... That's it.
Well, here's the thing, because I was vegan for a while, for like a long time, like 3 years. But what I've realized is basically all it is an elimination diet, because there's people who are like the same exact way but are straight carnivores. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you heard of Jordan Peterson. He's an author and like a teacher from Canada, but basically he is a carnivore, and so is his daughter. They did it for their bones, and now they don't have any more depression. She's healthy. They lost like 100 pounds, and but we're just getting away from the standard American diet because that's what's killing us.
Yeah, for real, that's true.
You're just taking stuff away from your diet, and you become healthier. So this cheese, the dairy, and all they would eat is beef and water. That's
beef
it.
and water.
Yeah, that's it.
Dang.
Yeah, and then
some fruit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, the vegan is good. You just gotta be careful not to, because I felt like that was my downfall of my veganism was I was on the road a lot because I was a driver for a truck.
Oh yeah.
And the gas station fruit, it's like $5 for a cup of mangoes.
Yeah.
Which is not okay. And if if I have a little lunch bag with fruit, it's okay. But I'm gonna run through that super fast. Now what am I doing?
And then you still gonna be hungry. You a grown man.
Yeah. And if I try to eat vegan at like the restaurants, I'm gonna be eating like Oreos and just
that is the challenge. I will tell you is whenever you're looking for convenience, like you don't have to learn how to cook. Yeah. And it's cool because I mean, a lot of the stuff is like, well, the stuff that I eat, like a bean burger, like that's a cheap meal and it can fill a good amount of people. Like
especially you got kids.
Yeah, boy, we got kids like they be tearing them things up. It tastes like a burger, but it doesn't. But it's just like it's a mind thing, you know. Yeah.
You can make anything tasty. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you got some good season, you can make it taste like a dead cow, taste like a burger. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it is. But
because nobody like to taste the beef.
Exactly, it's without the season. What is beef? Like, would you just
it's
go
something
to the
fleshy? Yeah.
Would you go to Walmart and get the red package and just take a bite out of it like it was an apple?
No. I feel like if we could not get sick from doing that, people still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that right there by itself will cause another virus. Like, the meat package challenge.
Yeah, but I would just say with that, the best chance is just being prepared. That was my downfall. I'll get up at like 4 a.m, got to go to work. I don't got enough time to cook. I wouldn't get home till like 8. Yeah. And when do I got time to cook and be vegan,
Exactly. That's the other thing. Like, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to cook. But then, say you got them asking, I need something to eat. And, sometimes I'll be getting like a granola bar. Just something. I'm like, okay, are you hungry or are you just trying to snack? Like, so I'll be praying, just snack until I have that energy and that time to go ahead and cook dinner. But, having kids keep you very, like, from the time you wake up, it's like, all right, they're up. I got to get up. Like, they your whole accountability partner right there. It's your accountability team.
Yeah, you got to get up.
They got to. Let me ask you a question. So, since you're asking me questions, what made you an entrepreneur?
Shit, really, I've always just thought the system was bullshit since I was young. Yeah. I was like, bro, why are we going to school? This is dumb. Because I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm like the smartest person in the world, but I would be sitting in class and we'd be doing this shit. And if I like apply myself, I would understand it easy, but that would make me bored. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I'd be sitting in class bored. And then I went to college. It was nothing interesting. I never wanted like a job. Everybody was like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. I want to. So I never really knew what job I wanted. I was going to be a coach because it's around sports and I enjoy sports. Yeah. But that's still the job.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even when I was doing the training, what they had me doing was like washing the clothes late at night and shit and had to be there. And I'd be like, nah, I'm not doing this shit. So
yeah, it was fun to be a coach, but the idea of it sounded fun.
And my priority in my life, right, like especially now, is just family time. Mm-hmm. It's not really. I really don't want to be rich.
Yeah, you just want the free. Okay, so
I want the freedom of the money,
family, but be able to go out and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's really if money didn't exist, I mean that's all we would do anyway.
Yeah, my goal, because people have goals to be millionaires. My goal is just to be like 6 figures. Yeah. Because, you could buy an island for $70,000.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many, like, you don't have to look on social media and just be like, I have to be like that. Because some people like the materialistic stuff. Like, you know, I'll move into the mountains in Seattle where no neighbors, you know what I'm saying, with my own garden if that was the case, if I could.
Nah, that's my plan right now. Like, a year away, 12 months, I'm going to be out there.
Dude,
y'all gonna see me a couple of days out the month. You know, I come back to do my show, but then I'm going back out there.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, take your show on the road, do a tour. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I could,
hey,
but
big with your dreams. Think big with your dreams.
Nah, but I would still come back here because, you know, my mom and everybody's here, and that's my main thing is family time. Even over experiences, I'll still like just kicking it with my family.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, with me, you know, I'm supposed to be moving to Florida here in the summer, but you know, the big question is like, my mom and dad, they still live here.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they're thinking about moving too. So my goal is to be such a big influence that my parents move wherever I move. You know what I'm saying? So that I can be like, all right, you know, I'm tired of Florida. Let's go ahead and go Seattle or something, or Oregon. Let's go somewhere where there's mountains and cleaner air. And then they'll be like, all right. You know, they're going to be a little bit older. But all right, you know, I'm coming with you.
Well, even in the country, because, you know, Texas is big as hell. You can find you some land. Because I used to drive to, like, remote places in Texas to deliver. And there is so much land that people don't even see, just green for miles.
Yeah, especially when you go out there to Kansas. When you out there, you'd be like, oh my gosh, like who owns this? You know what I'm saying?
Most of it don't be owned.
Yeah, that's what I be thinking. I'm like, does anybody own this at all?
And people, land is not that expensive.
Nah,
it's really not. You spend a lot more on. You could buy a piece of land right now for $90 a month. Ain't shit. That's like an acre right there for $90 a month. You know what you could do with an acre?
Sure. I mean, you can do a bunch of things. I mean, like when you have like that, you know, if you get ideas and you can do a bonfire and, you know, make a little festival and charge some people. You can build a house on it. You can
build two.
Look, my goal is to get enough land and build a neighborhood, build a city on that thing, you know. Yeah. That's my goal. Like Tyler Perry did.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know, houses in Arlington, they only sit on about like a third of an acre.
Okay.
So you could put like 3 houses in 1 acre.
You really can. I know out there in Waxahachie, that's how a lot of them are. You know, they just buying it up and just building right now. I don't know if that city coming up, but
it is a lot.
Yeah,
it blew up because I remember I used to go out there like maybe 5 years ago. Is completely different than what it is now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm you know, I've been here in Texas for about 12 years, but
I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone other places, but I've lived here my whole life.
When you move away, like, it's different. It's like you cut that umbilical cord.
I moved away for a couple of years, but it was still in Texas.
Yeah.
My main thing is I feel like Texas is the best country, not the country, but the best state in the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I heard somebody say something about Texas wanting to be their own country.
Hey, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah. Texas is great. I mean, it's really good for opportunities. Like, it's really good for, like, raising a family. I encourage people like that came from where I came from to come to Texas to go ahead and get their feet wet and figure out what exactly they want to do.
Yeah.
Because once I got here, I got connected. You know, because my dad, he's like a 4-time felon. You know what I'm saying? So like he wanted me to get out of the lifestyle that he was in. You know what I'm saying? Like. He was probably part of a gang, but I'm the leader of mine. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no gang, but it's the Plug Hub Nation.
Yeah, it sounds like a gang.
I mean, hey,
when y'all walk across the street, I'm gonna lock my doors.
Nah, we gonna tap on your window and give you some candy. Like, with living in another place like that, like, just be grateful, guys, if you are here in Texas, because some people don't have a Five Below. Some people don't have, Texas barbecue, and some people. Like, as many restaurants as Texas has, I know Texas has the most restaurants. Of other places I've been, I'm like, okay, like, there's just the Applebee's and there's just a McDonald's. Like, where everything else?
Ugh. That's the worst. Texas has, even just in Arlington, we have the most taco stands in Arlington over any place in the country.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen it a while back on Snapchat. I was like, what? That's where I live.
Yeah, dang. Well, maybe I need to go ahead and go. Yeah, because I love tacos.
Yeah, don't go to Chipotle. They got that everywhere. I'm talking about real tacos.
Well, with me eating vegan now, it's So that's this is a day in the life of a vegan person. I'm gonna give you after this.
I'm gonna give you a vegan hack. You ever heard of Blaze Pizza?
Blaze Pizza?
Yeah.
Yesterday I went to a place called Mod Pizza.
Nah, Blaze Pizza. They have vegan cheese and vegan meat, and it's fire.
Is the meat impossible or
No. It's just like they have their own vegan chorizo. It's spicy. It's delicious.
Hey, that's good if they can make their own.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
They're everywhere. There's one in Fort Worth. There's one in Arlington.
And what are they called again?
Blaze, like a fire. Blaze.
All right, shout out to Blaze Pizza, y'all.
If you want to sponsor me, I go there all the time. I get the build your own pizza for $8.99 with vegan cheese and everything you can put on there. And really, they let you put spinach, tomatoes, whatever you want on there for the same price.
Is it a big business or like a little medium?
LeBron owns stock in them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, shoot. Shout out to them, y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a little piece of joint, you know what I'm saying, shout out to y'all out here in Arlington. You know what I'm saying, get your business.
Hey, you know what made me feel like a boss, though?
What?
I bought some stock in the company I work at now.
Which one?
No, not this one.
Oh, okay.
I got multiple jobs, multiple sources of income. But my main job is this, dental company warehouse called Henry Schein.
Okay.
And I bought some stock from them.
Did you buy stock or crypto? I remember somebody saying something about dentist crypto.
I haven't seen dentist crypto, but I bought just the regular stock, and I was like, hey. Like, I remember somebody said, instead of like buying Nikes and Adidas all the time, spend that money and buy you an Adidas stock before you have the shoes. You know what I mean?
That's actually some good advice. I'm going to go ahead and pass that on to the kid. Before you buy for them, go ahead and you invest into them first.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, hey, first, if you own a stock in that company, you can buy stuff from that company. But you don't need 100 if you have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, no, continue.
No, I was going to say, even with Google, you can't use Google until you're on a Google stock. You can use DuckDuckGo.
That's why I was going to say my brother, he's been giving me some advice on stock or whatever. Yeah. And, like, my dad did too. My dad's into, like, artificial intelligence stock, technology, because, whenever I talk to older people, I like to ask them questions like, what was it like whenever it was the 70s and the 80s, and they would tell you about what they thought the future was. And he said, flying cars is the thing I'm waiting to see. He said, once I see that, I'm happy. But, like, he will invest into a company or a stock that has something similar to that until they actually come out with a flying car. And then that's where he's going to throw all his money in. So, I'm getting into it. It's just with me already kind of being involved in different things. Like, I just try not to put too much on my plate. But, that's why I try to make friends. And that's why I'm glad I'm talking to you, because, I know who to go to whenever I want to kind of, get involved with it.
I've been really big into crypto lately.
I'm part of a business that looks and they like market the crypto and whatnot. I mean, I'm involved with them, but
I've been researching like the all little alternate coins and all that.
And
that shit's gonna be big, because there's some coins that are like 20 cents a coin right now.
Like I wish I would have like jumped on a lot of the coins whenever I see them.
I mean, you still can, because they're finna go.
Well, the ones I'm talking about, because now they're like.
Oh, you talking about Bitcoin?
Like, I think it was Ripple whenever it was like, I'm talking about 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was
like
that.
10,
15
cents. I still can, but
it's not late at all.
Yeah, it's still early, because it's a whole nother universe out there with crypto that is just getting started.
It's finna get sued today.
That's
actually what they dropped today, that they're finna get sued by the SEC or something.
Yeah.
So Security Exchange Commission or something like that. And I just guessed that, but
that's funny. That's crazy.
But I seen they getting sued by the SEC. So we about to take a quick little commercial break, listen to a song, and then we gonna come back with our closing remarks. It's Wife Dizzy TV with your boy Wife Dizzy here with Jordan Walker. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll be right back. It's Wife Dizzy, and you watching Wife Dizzy TV. And if you listen on fbrn.us, go to my page and, contribute to the show if you like listening to it. If you listening on podcasts, just, listen to the whole thing, because it's been a good show. We got a great guest, but it's a little story time. So, you know how on the 21st, right, everybody's supposed to get, like, superpowers?
Yeah. So, I don't know what everyone's superpower, what they might be thinking. But, like, the energy shift is supposed to be different, for the first time in a long time. You know, and I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but you know, the universe and you know the stars is just aligning for everybody. Mm-hmm. That's the short way of putting it.
Man, what was crazy is I was up, and it even started a little bit before the 21st. When I was up here, and you know, I was finna go to the store, and then I just asked somebody, I was like, "Hey, you need something to eat?" And it was like, it was actually finna order, you know, McDonald's through the app or something. They was like, you know what, I'll go get it for you, and they just, you know, cash at me some money, and then they told me what they wanted, and I ordered what they wanted, and then I also wanted like a little $2.50, some nuggets and some fries. They have a little deal, and the $20 covered everything. I was like, what? It's just crazy. But then on the 21st, actually, I was at my job, and they sent everybody a message that said, on your little scanner, we having a meeting at 12. I said, oh shit. And then everybody at the same time started, you know, gathering up in their sections to have a meeting. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? They finna tell us we gotta take the vaccine. They finna tell us something. And I was just, you know, chilling for a second, and then we start sitting down. This dude sat next to me. He was like, well, it was nice knowing all you guys, you know. They finna fire us. I was like, nah, you tripping. I said, what if they give us bonuses?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they came up there, and it was like, for the first time ever, we're giving bonuses to all you guys.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, I manifested this.
Yeah. You look, I will tell you this one thing.
Yeah.
Like, since the 21st,
yeah,
I believe everybody will be able to manifest, like, quicker than it has before, because I will say something, and I would instantly get a phone call about whatever that thing is, and the person telling me, oh, yeah, you got this over here, come grab this. And, you know, and also, like, that's the cool thing about it, and that's the other thing about it. Like, you're going to get some good, you know, things coming your way, but then also you might get, like, some things reminded to you. They, you know, some people call it shadow work, but what it really is certain people, you know, exes or certain people in your life that you're trying to get away from, like, will probably start to add you, or, you know, just testing you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the world is splitting between the negative mindset and the positive mindset, love and hate.
You know what's crazy? Whenever I told my girl that, I was mocking this comedian that heard his story, that, you know, one time it was this comedian back in the 80s. It was like an old white dude, and he would always be partying and drunk and doing all types of crazy stuff. And one day he had to go in Good Morning America or a show like that, but he was like really hungover, and he was about to start getting ready to get up. And then on the news, it happened to be that the first, you know, the actual 9/11 day. Yeah. So the planes hit, and so they called him and said, hey, we don't need you anymore. Because, you know, obviously they're not going to bring a comedian on while they're talking about 9/11.
Dang.
And he was like, I manifested this. Dang. And he screamed that, right? So I was mocking him earlier in that day, you know, saying I manifested this because the money popped up. Yeah. So later on that day, I had been home and I had the laundry. I was going to go pick up my girl, and they had the highway blocked off right there by Traders Village.
I wonder if I saw that. But yeah,
it was yesterday, and I'm driving. I'm like, Mom, did you know what that was? She was like, nah. And then she texted me later. She was like, a plane crash right there.
Whoa, over here?
Yeah, by Traders Village. Yesterday, a plane crashed, like right there by that Sonic and that Starbucks right there. So you know where they got that that car wash with the free dryers? Yeah. Right there.
That is crazy. What?
Yeah, yesterday.
You don't hear about that. Just landing
3 p.m. Yeah, and they hit a truck and they crashed right in front of Sonic and it was on fire.
Are they all right?
Nah, 2 people died.
Oh.
But what tripped me out is I was mocking that dude earlier saying I manifested this, and then that same day, an airplane crashes down the street from my crib.
Hey, there's a lot of synchronicities going on.
That is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. You know, but that's what they say, though. Like, there is no coincidence. You know, everything like that happens usually because you're the power source. Yeah. You know, a lot of people look out for their savior, but that all is inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that's going to help you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it starts from within. Yeah. And, you know, like, your thoughts start within. So whenever you start, however you're thinking and however you're feeling, that's just going to project outward. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you was feeling good, you know what I'm saying, one day, but then on the flip side, you know, depending, you know, what else is going on, something bad happens, you know, like, that's tragic.
And last thing before we get off on the air, today I wanted to go to Walmart, to buy this little Christmas shirt right before the show. And at my job, right before I'm leaving, they give us $20 gift cards to Walmart.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
So, I'm living good, ready to go into 2021. I appreciate you for coming by. You was a great guest, and I thank you for dropping gems. Shout out to the Plug Network. Where can they find you at? Speaking into Mike real quick, everywhere they can find you.
So you guys can find us 2 ways. On Facebook, type up the Great Plug Network on Facebook, or just go to www.plughubnetwork.com.
Sheesh. So, thank y'all for coming by. Like, subscribe, share, and this is another show. Peace out.